transform your mind and expand your horizons for a better life. I'm Carla. I'm a vocalist.
Hi, my name is Rochelle. I play the saxophone.
I'm Norman, and I am a keyboard player.
Albert Anderson, guitarist. And if you want to see any of us, you can come to South Lawn United Methodist Church, 8605 South Craig Sunday morning. Or if you need our services, call 708-351-0333.
Praise Cafe Radio is a media advertising company. They take the fear out of advertising. Listen to Praise Cafe Radio every Sunday afternoon from 1 p.m. to 2 p.m. on 1570 AM WGBX.
Hey guys, welcome to season 2
Yay!
of the season. Yes, we have been going strong and we've been going for some time, and we enjoy every guest that we had in the season 1, and we have more to come. And I actually want to pass the ball to Albert to introduce our special guest.
Thank you. Today we have a world famous musician,
Yay!
composer, record company owner, production company, keyboard player, Mr. Robert T. Murphy.
Welcome, Mr. Robert.
I call him Bobby, skip all that stuff.
Thanks
I
for the
call him
great
Bob Robert.
introduction.
Bob.
Thanks for the great
Absolutely.
introduction.
So we would just like to give a brief introduction of like what do you do? Well, not just what do you do, what do you stand for, and like just anything that you want to give our listeners to remember Robert or Bob Murphy for anything.
I've been in the record business since '71.
Wow.
I have been performing all over the world. I've been the band leader with the Staple Singers for 20 years.
Oh, wow.
I have traveled with Earth, Wind & Fire, Stevie Wonder. I played for the President of the United States on Stevie Wonder's Say So.
Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Oh yes, I had a call. Me and Pops was at a rehearsal, and they got a call that said Stevie Wonder's looking for you, Bob. And we got the phone, and they said they want me to play keyboard at Chicago Hilton for the President of the United States. He was coming in town, so they had a big celebration for him. I was the only one they called,
Wow.
so I was wondering why you gonna call me, and meant all these other people around Chicago. So he said no, because Stevie Wonder said you the one.
Oh, wow.
So
Show you how much
I
you
went
want
up
to
there.
Exactly.
I would
I
ask questions
played.
like, I'll be there. You know, like,
Yeah.
oh my
Well,
God. So,
Well, might I ask which president?
Oh, Clinton.
Okay.
okay.
So I played, went up there, and all the news people and everything took a picture with me and Clinton sitting at the piano. We singing songs and
Did he
everything.
play the sax?
No, he didn't play a sax. He just sang.
Oh yeah, that's right. He is a sax player. Ooh,
Yeah.
shout
Yes,
out
he
to
is.
sax players. Rochelle in the building.
Yes, Rochelle in the building. Yes, the sax player.
Okay, but he didn't play a sax.
No,
that
he didn't
time.
play a sax. Yeah. But like I said, I still been performing and traveling, and we got many records out, and I'm on records with different people.
And you're still
Oh,
close
wow.
to Maven.
Oh, I'm still close
Yeah.
with Mavis.
Yeah.
Mavis is like a sister to me.
Oh, wonderful.
You know, but I'm still doing it, and I'm working with choirs too at the same time,
Mm-hmm.
and trying to get them to touch somebody. That's the little motto that I got, to touch somebody. Whenever they sing, I want them to touch somebody.
Okay.
So we
Now, is
just,
that going to be like that 120 choir you had at one time with the kids? Or is
yeah,
it going to be
well, we gonna be-
adults and children?
gonna be adults and youth.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Right.
You know, but this time we can do a little more traveling
That'll be
than what we did before. Even though
Okay.
we did a lot of traveling then
Shoot,
too.
yeah.
So what are you kind of looking at as far as traveling is concerned? Out of
Oh,
the country?
Well,
Is-
right now, no, just basically in the country.
Okay.
You know, like we got engagements already for Tennessee.
Oh,
We
nice.
just started 2 weeks ago.
Oh,
And
wow.
we got an engagement on the 4th at Holy Name of Mary.
Oh, so your reputation precedes you.
So
Okay.
people calling because they know what I'm gonna do.
Okay.
You know, I'm going straight forth. I'm retired now, see.
Oh,
So I can
congratulations.
do it.
Oh, that's fantastic.
So I can do whatever I want. I'm retired.
There
Yeah,
you go.
that's what it's all about. Retire and do whatever you want.
No,
Still
really.
making records. So,
See, that's fantastic.
'Cause that's under tenure, your record.
yeah, the
company
record company is
right?
Tenure Records.
Yeah, that's nice.
Studio is Beer Recording Studio.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh,
So we definitely have a very heavy heavy hitter in
Oh,
the
yes.
room today, as the musicians, and we all are, but your resume is
Yes.
just like,
Who's who?
very
It's who's who,
it's
yeah.
like, yeah, noteworthy for that. But what you said earlier, I kind of like. It's like you tell your choir the singers to touch somebody.
That's
I
the
think
model.
that's so important.
Yes.
Now,
Yeah.
because some odd reason, I was talking to my friend about this, and we were saying like, you know when somebody's just performing,
Yes.
or when they're coming from their heart. And
can
I think we
tell.
talked about this sometime in like season 1, where
Mm-hmm.
kind of like, I don't remember what episode, I don't remember exactly, but it was something along those lines of, you need to be transparent, you need to be very vulnerable, or
Yeah.
not just vulnerable, but very open to that. But I like that, you know, and
Yes.
that's a big lesson, just
Yeah.
touch somebody,
Yeah.
you know, and not entertain somebody, touch somebody.
Touch somebody.
And I
Yeah.
kind of like that, and that just kind of hit me like, oh,
It makes a difference.
it makes a
Makes a big
difference.
difference.
We did
Yes.
talk about that sometime.
Some time ago. It's been so long
I
ago.
was like, research the seasons, listeners. Research the seasons, but other than that, that did hit me the most, what you said. But other than that, I give kudos to your resume. Other than that, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you know, one of my
And my choir that I had was, they won the Quakos competition. For it was United States. They had Texas, Louisiana.
wow.
You know, they had about 8 states that was in the competition, and we won for Illinois.
Oh
And it
wow.
was my youth from St. Albans.
Right.
Oh
They
wow.
won $25,000.
Wow.
See, over the years, you and the choir have done a lot
Oh,
of
yeah.
beautiful things for
They
St. Albans
touch.
and for the
Yeah.
church.
Right.
They touch folks.
And see, that's wonderful. And they learn musicianship from you. And that no matter what they decide to do in their life, they learn a lot from you about
Yes.
discipline and musicianship and professionalism. So that's fantastic.
Well, you know, one of the CEOs of Mercedes-Benz did a performance for them.
Uh-huh.
They came up and said, Mr. Murphy, whatever the kids need, we got it.
I
They
like
want
that.
a bus, we got a bus for them.
I
You
like
don't
that.
have to pay nothing, we got it. They
See,
said, you touched us.
that's it.
Because a lot of times people is doing a lot of different things and they got all kind of problems.
Mm-hmm.
But to hear the kids sing
Yeah.
and it touches them, what it's, oh man, it could be
Yeah.
a better way.
Yeah.
Beautiful thing.
It's
Yes.
it's uplifting, and especially with all the stuff that goes on and goes around in not only the country but the world.
Yeah.
It's uplifting to hear that and see that, and that's the great thing about music. Music kind of bypasses the mind and just goes straight to the heart,
Right.
and that's what I love about it.
In this day, it's kind of rare, you know, to have music and musicians that reach to touch,
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
everybody's interested in entertaining.
Yeah.
You know, they see the rap stars and all some of the other people, the big wigs up there, and they're going through the motions. You know, they're putting on a show,
Yeah,
but and they fail to realize that people really aren't looking for a show.
exactly.
They're looking for something that really moves them.
Yeah,
And that's so uncommon that, you know, people will really latch on to that.
yeah,
Well, to piggyback on that, the same thing that happened to me while I was in Barcelona with the Stable Singers. We was in there and I was playing the keyboard and I handled the band. I was the band leader. And we was singing and this guy came up to me who was the editor of a magazine and the owner
okay.
over there in Barcelona. So he said, man, I enjoyed what you did. And he said, I heard everything you did and I ain't opened my mouth. So the next day, you know, they was in the paper getting all the stuff together. So he came back and showed me the magazine, the proof that he had. He said, the whole first page, well, half the first page was about the Stable Singers. The other half was about the band. You turn it over, I had a whole page about me.
Oh wow, okay.
And I'm sitting there saying, wait a minute, I didn't open my mouth. You know, but I felt everything you did.
There you go.
And my pastor who passed, Reverend Porter, when I asked him to travel with the Stable Singers, he said, go because you'll touch more people. So when that man came in and talked to me that way, I went back to and talked to Reverend Porter. I said, you know what? I understand what you're talking about. I said, I touched this guy and I didn't even open my mouth.
Exactly.
He wrote a whole article about me.
Exactly.
And all I did was playing.
Yeah. And I mean, but that's a very important thing, though, because you put your heart and soul into
yeah.
it, and that's what makes the difference. And like we discussed, you can tell when people aren't doing that. You know, talking to you, some people on the American Music Awards, but no, you can tell.
It's like the seventh sense. It's kind of like you just know when it's coming from the heart. You just know it, and it's like it's something that you can't explain. It's kind of
Yeah.
like I know, but I mean, there's some things you can't explain. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
just speaking right now, I'm just sitting there like I just know. You know,
Yeah.
it's so hard. Maybe because I'm a female and I just kind of feel things. I'm like,
Yes, that's what we do. We're
feel that's
females. We
right.
feel that. It's just inherited. It's just what we do.
Yeah. and no, actually, I have a story about that because
Uh-huh.
I'm really onto that kind of on that train right now.
Uh-huh.
Because actually, this was years ago. I was out in Arizona and I played with A Wonderful World by Louis Armstrong. And what's crazy was I didn't practice. It was musicians that called it out. But I felt like I love the song and I want to play it. And there's a woman that walked up to me and said, "You don't understand. I needed to hear that song today. You have no idea how much
Yep.
that meant to me." And what's crazy is well, everybody said they gig, but you remember that one person that
Yep.
said,
That's right.
I felt that and I needed that and I felt that from you, and it's
Yeah.
just a spiritual thing that transcends.
Yeah.
I can go on about this topic because I
Yeah.
love it personally. Rochelle, I love it personally because sometimes I get caught up in being showy myself.
Oh, yeah.
Sometimes people like Rochelle jump on the tables and do this and get up there and
I have to
swing
be
the
there for that.
saxophone. And yeah, I get that, but I said, I need to feel the song so
Yeah.
I can transcend some type of energy
Yeah.
to let people know that I'm sincere, that I love the song.
Yeah.
Like you could tell me to play Mr. Magic, and if I played it 1,000 times, I'm like, duh. But if somebody says play something like maybe just a jazz tune, I can't think of anything right now, that I actually love,
Right.
and something that speaks to me,
Exactly.
somebody's gonna know you're telling a story with your
Exactly.
instrument and what you do.
Yeah.
And that's crazy to have you didn't say anything, but
Yeah.
somebody heard you and felt you.
Yeah.
Everything I did.
Everything
Yeah.
that you did. And so I commend that. I commend
Yeah.
that. And the fact that you didn't say anything. Me,
Yeah.
I like to explain myself. If you haven't noticed.
Yeah. But music is its own language, and so whether you're singing, whether you're playing, it's one of those things. It's like an inflection. It's sometimes it's not when people say it's not what you said, it's how you said it.
Yeah.
That's kind of what music is. Yeah.
Yes, that's
Yeah,
the key to
yeah,
talking right
that's
there.
kind of how it is. Two people can sing the same song. Beautiful. One person might have the voice of an angel, and the other not so much.
Yes.
But it's not necessarily. Yeah, it's not necessarily the voice quality. It's how that person sang that song, interpreted that song, felt that song,
Yes.
and and that makes the difference. And a lot of people don't realize that.
That's all I know.
Right.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So just listening to your story, I'm just like, yes, I know. Listen,
Yeah.
definitely to you, Bob. And it's quite aspiring. So it's if anybody else has any stories of when they had that kind of experience, that'd be awesome.
Well,
Does
well,
it-
I got one more. I don't want to
Yeah.
Oh,
No, definitely.
I was at the Apollo Theater.
Okay.
Stevie Wonder was up on the second floor of the balcony, doing his thing, listed everything else. And he came backstage after we finished performing. And he had the guy that was guiding him say, find the keyboard player for the Staple Singers.
Okay.
So they said, there he is over there. So he said, Mr. Wonder want to talk to you. So I
Oh,
walked
wow.
over, so I thought I did something wrong.
Right, like the
I
time you
said,
get taught to
"I do
the principal's office.
Yeah.
The principal wants to see you.
He was walking down the stairs, and I didn't know he was that tall. He was
Okay.
about 6'4".
Really? I
Yeah.
would not have. Thank you. I wouldn't have thought that.
Thank you, I appreciate that.
And he came in and
More
said,
you know.
I enjoyed you.
Oh wow.
He said, because most time when most people know I'm in the house, they want to overplay.
Right. Always.
And he
Yeah.
said, you kept that band like they supposed to, like you the Cahoots in there, you
Yeah.
taking care of business.
Yeah.
You playing behind the singers. And when he said, when it was time for you all to wail, y'all did what you supposed to do. You came
Exactly.
back to the groove. He said, I almost jumped out of my seat.
See, that's, yeah.
He came down, he told Mavis, he said, Mavis, he need a first class seat back home.
There you go.
So he bought me a first class seat back home, and I felt bad.
Stevie paid for it.
Yeah, Stevie paid for it. I felt bad because he possibly was the only one who would fly first class. So I'm sitting there with him, first class in the room, and Mavis and Yvonne and the kids all in the back. I said, y'all sure y'all don't want this? Mavis said, no, that boy wants you to have that seat. Go,
Exactly.
Go. So I told the steward, I said, see them people back there? I'll give them some wine, give them some steak. I'm a milk guy. But I impressed him, I impressed him just that
Yeah.
much.
Right.
And I was taking care of my business.
But but you're one doing what you love. That
Yeah.
also makes a
That
difference,
helps.
and it shows. That helps. And well, the one I heard, I cannot remember who the actor was. I was in high school when whoever this actor was that came to talk, and they asked him about his career and all the other stuff, and he said, "I'm no different." I'm paraphrasing, but I'm no different than anybody else that has a career. This is just my chosen profession, and it might have more perks than yours, whatever, but this is my chosen profession. And so when it comes to quote unquote celebrities and all that stuff, that's their chosen profession. So I think even if whoever was in the audience, because this is your chosen profession, you're doing what you love and whatnot, you don't even feel the need to show out because you're doing what you love, you're doing you.
Yeah.
So that's what makes the difference, I think. And because I have seen people, and I'm not trying to name names, but I mean, everybody who's seen it when it was Jennifer Hudson and Jennifer Holiday, and they were doing, and I'm telling you, I'm not going.
Okay.
And they tried to out-sing each other. I was actually,
That's really interesting.
yeah. Well, actually, I have one.
Send that to me. I want to see
Yeah, okay, I gotta find it. But I remember when I was a little kid in church, and there was one person that had sung opera, and the other person, whatever she had sung, I don't know. But I remember sitting in the pew, and I can't remember what the song was, but they were trying to out-sing each other. It was hysterical, because it wasn't for the right reasons. And I'm a little kid going, I'm thinking to myself, this makes absolutely no
Yeah,
sense.
everybody knows, by the way.
I'm the opera singer. Yes, I can. And I guess she was like, I'll show you. And they were kind of going at it. And so nobody got anything from it. Nobody got any message. Nobody got any feelings, but they're trying to outdo one another.
You shouldn't do it.
Definitely you shouldn't do that, And also you have to be confident in you. If no matter what anybody else thinks about how you sound or be a musician, singer, whatever, no matter what you do in life, you have to be confident in you and what you do. And if you're like that, then you won't feel the need to compete or anything like that,
You can't be no better. I mean, what's the saying? Like, you can only be you.
Yeah.
You can try to be as many people as you want, but the best part of you is being yourself.
Yeah.
And you're just like a snowflake. Every snowflake is
Exactly.
different, is created differently. So what you add to the table, nobody else can do.
Exactly.
And just hone on that, because I can't be the best Bob Murphy, Albert, or Norman or Carla. I gotta be myself.
Exactly.
I might learn from every single one of you guys in the room, and I might take pieces, but at the same time, Rochelle or whoever needs to come out at the end.
Exactly.
And that's what seriously,
Yeah.
there's a lot of people that want to be carbon copies, and I'm like, why are you doing that?
Be you, to coin, to paraphrase Dr. Seuss, you're the you is you.
Wait, what book was that?
Yeah.
I didn't see that one. I just know green eggs and ham. That's
I gotta send you the quote.
on topic.
Yeah.
You did a lot of recording over the years.
Yeah,
When you
yeah.
released your CD, you're working on another CD.
Oh, you're doing
You
another
have a CD, you
podcast.
didn't tell nobody? Stop being modest over there. Come here.
I really would like to start playing some
Problem
stuff,
is, I try to tell you, we can be all day talking about me.
Thank you.
True, I
That's
know.
where you're
from.
He's
Yes.
being modest, okay?
My family is what got me into this.
Yeah.
Your
Okay.
family? Okay,
No,
so
my father.
actually, maybe we'll save that for part 2.
Yeah.
I want to talk about your background. I want to find out where you came from, what sparked it.
Came from his mother.
Put on
What alert?
Yes.
Alert.
Where's our drummer?
Yeah,
Okay, so
absolutely. So, and we can
Bob
segment
plays
it.
drums too,
I know y'all want to hear more about
Save that
yeah.
for part 2 on the
Okay.
podcast. Kinda, ooh.
Shante played violin and the rest of it.
Well, you
I'm
know
sorry.
what? Well, we will get into
I wish
all
you'd tell
of
me not
that.
to say this.
Well, you know, we will get into all of that after a brief commercial break.
There you go.
He's gonna want to break it
Commercial
up.
break right here, thank you.
I had a husband.
Okay, so we'll start down and I'll count down. He'll edit this out, all of it.
Edit.
In 5, 4, 3. Okay, so we are back for part 2
Yay.
of
Oh.
Bob. Yeah, no, I like the cheerleaders. So our guest Bob Murphy, and we ended our first segment like almost going into your background and. Spoiler alert, Albert. He gave us some insight, but
He gave it away.
Not all of it. We're gonna let Bob take it away for what Albert gave away.
Okay.
Play on words there. So yeah, we're curious, like where did it start? Where did it
What I
start? Where
do,
did it
I
spark?
paraphrase.
Okay.
My father had a group called the Rhythm Kings and Peg Leg Bates.
What do you play? I'm
He was a dancer and entertainer and acrobat.
Wow.
He was the opening act with Frank Sinatra.
Okay.
Okay. My mother was with Larry Steele's Wild Affairs, with Sammy Davis Jr., Harold Belafonte, Jimmy Durante. So
Oh wow.
I was split.
Okay.
Sometimes I'm with there with Frank Sinatra, other times I'm there with Sammy Davis Jr.
Okay.
As coming up as a kid. So I took lessons, took tap dance from a young lady named Sadie Bruce, which
Just
a lot
see
of
him
them
dance,
did.
you can actually see it.
Oh really? Okay.
I just went into the business aspect of it and the actual playing of it as it coming up. But I started playing drums when I was 3.
Oh wow.
I made my first record that I recorded. I was 5 years old.
Wow.
called El Chiquito. The guys that made it with me, they used to mess with me all the time. Man, you still remember the songs? Yeah, I remember. We was little kids, but we did it. You know, but it just, and then when I went to college, well, I came from CBS Marching Band. That was one of the best bands.
CBS.
In 90,
Representing
75.
CBS, I know
That's
some
right.
listeners out there.
75. You know. Then I went to college and I went to school with this young man next to me. His name is Mark Rucker. And he's a well-known opera singer now.
I've heard him. He's amazing.
Oh yeah, he's amazing. But he was singing James Brown back in college.
Seriously, I never would have guessed. Oh my
He was
goodness.
the lead singer.
Neither would I.
I can see him do the dance now.
Yeah.
Hi.
The band was called the Us Band. We said the Us Band. And we would travel from Wisconsin to Minnesota just singing.
Wow.
And the band plays and he sings. So,
Okay.
you know, but and then I came back here to Chicago, went to Chicago Conservatory of Music,
Oh yeah.
where they had me handling the jazz band. I'm in charge of the jazz band and
Ooh,
everything else.
okay.
I met people like, I met all kind of folks there. Then I performed, and I got hooked up with the Stable Singers.
Okay.
I worked with the Gentleman Leisure Band. That's a well-known band out of Chicago. Worked with them for about 7 years.
Oh, yeah.
Worked
Vicious,
with
man.
Seal Johnson,
Rudy.
who's a blues singer.
Okay.
Buddy Guy, y'all know Buddy
Yeah,
Guy?
of course.
I worked with him for about 7 years on the scene.
One of your bass players is still with him.
And my
Oh,
bass
wow.
player, Orlando Wright, is
Yes.
the band leader.
Thunder Thumbs.
Thunder Thumbs. I love it. Thunder
I love
Thumbs.
that.
Yes,
Yeah,
I love that.
Yeah, that's where he played. So then I left and went back to the Stable Singers. And I've been with them 20 years. So,
Wow.
you know, and we traveled all over the world.
That I do know.
I got
Yes.
a jacket that said World Tour.
Oh,
and I was
wow.
going to all these different places, just enjoying myself.
See, that's good. See,
Personally, I feel a little slighted here because he didn't mention about the band that I played with him.
Oh,
which
okay.
was Quick Decision.
Oh,
Quick
And then
decision.
then
Okay.
That's because if somebody
and we still
would-
together.
now it's called Bob Murphy and the All Stars because
Okay.
most of us have our own bands now.
Okay.
So when he calls us, okay, great, you know.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah, we'll come together and do stuff. One guy is, where's he at? Indianapolis?
Yeah. Steve and them.
Steve
and them, okay.
That's another band. He's in Indianapolis.
I like that.
It's the same guys.
Wait a minute, it's all the same people. Bubba and the Rats, they ain't Yankee Keys.
Bubba and the, oh, I like
Bubba
that.
and
And
the
the Rats. I
Yeah.
like that. I
Yeah.
like that.
We've been
Wait,
together.
Bubba and the Rat.
Bubba and the Rats.
That's a band.
Wanna
and
laugh?
It's a band.
These bands, he's calling been together 40 years.
Yeah.
Wow.
Same guys.
Yeah.
In fact, same guys with
Different
the
names.
band.
Different
for the
names.
Stable Singers.
Right.
I grabbed them and we went and we did the Stable Singers thing.
Oh, wow.
But we stayed together like right now. I called the Bob Murphy and the All Stars, said I got the CD out.
Right.
Okay.
And they all Stars. So then when we with Albert, you know, is what was the name of it?
Genre, the Chicago.
Genre, the Chicago band. Same
Okay.
guys, though.
Same guy.
Wow.
But we do have to, when you come back, because we have to have you back, we want to have some stuff to play. We want to hear some.
Oh, yeah, we are.
I meant to bring his CD and play it. I meant to.
Yeah.
I was surprised and I forgot because we had a recording session earlier.
Oh, okay.
Where we were
It's
working
on the
some
internet.
stuff.
Okay, well, this won't be the last time, so, that would be great to hear.
Because you're working on what, the third CD now?
Well,
Wow.
it's the third solo CD.
Yeah,
I
solo
did
CD.
close to 80-something records.
Wow.
But this solo CD,
Oh, this
Wait a
is
minute.
cool, okay.
I hate to interject this too. A couple of those other 80 records, some of those went gold.
oh yeah,
I was gonna ask that.
that's right.
Oh, great.
Which ones would
So
go?
I've been doing a lot. I got a gospel record that won't go.
Okay.
You know,
The
then
title?
Then I've been with Shaka Khan. I wrote a song called "Some Love."
Oh,
It was a
okay.
1979 album. I think that won't go.
Okay.
Yeah, but the gold records on the wall.
Oh, wow.
Can we mention that guy that used to be in the group that you had at one time, where you was managing all these different guys, the keyboard player? You know,
What?
Robert, what's his name?
You mean
Can you mention that?
R. Kelly?
Yeah,
Yeah, well, he was just shorty then.
yeah.
Okay.
No, Robert Kelly came up. They was come over to the house for practice and wanted me to manage them.
Okay.
But he was a shorty, and I was managing my cousins who's this band.
Uh-huh.
You know, you had the drummer was my cousin, the trombone player was my cousin.
Keep it
you
in
know,
the family,
The
I
whole
understand
band.
that,
So they
yes.
say go to me, and he just happened to
Murphy
be.
Five.
He happened to be the lead singer.
Okay.
You know, so they, next thing I know, one of the cousins called me and say, "Did you hear Robert's new record?" He said, Art Kelly's new record. I don't know nobody named Art Kelly. You know, his name was Robert Kelly. Mm-hmm. So they mean Ara Kelly, not
Yeah,
Art Kelly.
exactly.
I said, I know Robert, but I don't know no Art Kelly. I said, that's me. I said, I'm proud of him. You know, go ahead and do your thing. You know. But I had all kinds of people come through me like that. 'Cause, you know, I had a recording studio. When I came back from college, it was 4-track studio. I had Pookie Hudson and the Spaniards come down there.
Okay.
Oh shoot, the Dales. I had all kinds of for $10 an hour.
$10 an hour. Oh my goodness.
You know, they had Warner Brothers contact me because they wanted me to do an album called Tony Liggins to do his album, produce his album. And see, at first, a lot of people didn't think I had all the stuff that everybody had that was charging $100 an hour. I had all the stuff down there. So when somebody came down there happened to see, they said, "Man, he got everything up there we need." So they came down there and handed $8,000 to me right in front.
Oh, okay.
I want you to start working on Tony Liggins.
Okay.
I called in many guys and we just started putting the album together.
Oh, wow.
But you go through a lot of stuff, and did commercials.
So what are some of the commercials that you've done?
Baskin Robbins, 31 Flavors, the airline, which one was that? American Airline. I did those two were some of the main things, and I had some people come in and do some voiceovers.
I got no problem with that.
Inside joke.
That I thought.
No, it was really some
No, I know.
including you all.
Including us, yeah, I got you. Yeah.
Cut.
You know, with your varied background, I was wondering, did you say something about you did a track for a movie or something?
Oh yeah, that was just
Okay.
2 years ago. Nothing Like the Holidays.
Yes, I know that more. So what's the track that you did?
I'm one of the casting agents for that.
Really?
Sharon King, it was Sharon King Agency. She called me. She said, "Bob, I need a female young singer." So whenever she needed somebody young to sing, she always called me because I had the singers over there singing.
Okay, deal with the old people. Okay, I got you.
Yeah.
I got you.
No, it's it.
No, I'm just messing. No, I'm messing.
You're still young. Younger than us.
And she told me, she said, as many people that you have sent me,
Yeah, that don't come.
you haven't got paid for it. He said, now I want you to work. You're a casting agent now for this company.
Okay.
I did Hardball. One of the
Ooh,
guys
I know,
that did
yeah.
Hardball from me, St. Albans.
Okay.
The young lady that was with R. Kelly in the video, she was from me. But this one, she was a singer. She went into the movie, and her name is Benet, and she did 3 songs.
Okay.
So they recorded over there at the studio in Chicago, my studio, and I sent everything through the mail to the studio in California, which they went and did. That was 2 years ago.
Wow.
Nothing Like a Holiday, big screen.
No, I remember that. So
Big
now I
screen.
got to go back to the movie and listen to the music.
She was one of the grandkids. But
Okay.
she was one of the main ones because she had speaking and singing parts.
Oh,
This
nice.
is her first time ever in a movie.
Oh, wonderful. Okay, so I will definitely
If you
go
need to
back.
cast any other people, you know.
You know 4 people. You have 4 others. Yes. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Captains now.
Wow.
But we'll be your
They sing.
favorites.
Now, how would they get in touch with you if somebody heard this and they said, "Oh, I need to talk to this"?
Yeah.
How would
They can call the number, or they can look at it. They can call, go to email. But the number is, give them the number?
Yes.
Yes.
773-960-6853.
Okay.
And the email is bmlake, the number 1, at sbcglobal.net.
Okay.
That was a big studio they used to have on the west side.
But that was one of them. I combined both names. I had a studio on West Side, had a studio on Western, and I had a studio in Caveman City.
Oh,
That's
wow.
when we
Okay.
did the Big Bad album, man. That was nice.
Yeah, he did the
Yeah.
one on 69th Street too.
Oh,
Yes,
okay.
How about that?
I got the stuff sitting right there.
I love big band music.
Absolutely. What I find so fascinating about you, in particular, is that when I met you, you're just kind of like, yeah, I'm here.
And
You
that's
know,
what
it's
I- that's what I love.
And that's the funny part. I'm sitting over here with my jaw to the ground. I'm like, whoa.
Yeah.
And because you're so humble and coming to
Gotta be humble.
yeah, and-
Exactly. But so many aren't. Thank you. So
Thank
I appreciate
And,
that.
and that's the crazy part. Like until we start digging, then we find
Yeah.
these gems, and it's like, whoa. It's like, well, you know, I don't. Yeah, there's some people that are like, well, I've been here, and you're a peasant, and blah blah blah.
Yes.
But wow, I'm just like,
Yeah.
flabbergasted. What is
But that shows you can't judge a book by its cover because you never
yeah.
know. You know, as Shrek would say, people are like onions, or at least ogres are like onions, and they have
Ogres.
layers.
well, nobody's an ogre in here.
Nobody's an ogre in here, but
Don't change. Be real. Be yourself.
exactly.
What do you say? You're the pillage later.
Yeah, Felicia layer.
Like I talk about Bernie Mac. Well, I grew up with Bernie Mac, but not McCullum. We went to grade school together, we went to high
Wow.
school together.
Wow.
And every day we friends. I mean, I'm glad that he was as big as he was and doing things like that, but he still was a friend.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you actually, it's nice to have people that you can just be you around.
Oh, yeah.
You know, I've heard people, I've read interviews of people that have said that when they're out in public, people always expect them to be on, and all they want to be is just themselves. And that's nice when you have a group of friends that you can
Yes.
just be you. Nothing's expected of you but to just be you, and that's always a wonderful thing.
Yeah. That's
So,
true.
you know, can you give us like one of the most interesting stories of your touring life that we can actually, I mean, you've told a lot of interesting stories, but what you consider one of the most, maybe not interesting because everything you said is interesting, but one of the most memorable stories to you? That, you know, because you told us many, many memorable things,
Oh,
but
yeah.
something that you can just say that, wow. You know, do you have any recollections?
Okay, we was in Germany. So we was getting into the castle which we were staying at.
Wow, okay.
But the guy was already there on the radio program. He saw me walk past the door. He said, just a minute. He got up out of his chair and said, Murphy, come here with me. He said, I don't know what they talking about. He come in and sit down with me. I'm sitting on radio with him. I said, I don't understand either. But just that he grabbed me and said, now he was doing his thing, and I was the stable singers at the time. You know, we wasn't playing together. But he knows me because of that, you know, from playing together. So he just
Yeah.
said, come on with me. Now I feel better now.
Say, okay.
And I respect him for that. He respects me. So I mean, there's a lot of good things about that.
Oh, wow.
And but the guy, he's great. Because I never knew he was that bad, that good with a band. And old Hammer kept on telling me who's the bass player. He said, man, Buddy got his own gig, you know, on group. I said, okay. But we out performing with Seal Johnson. But the guy sitting right there, Rico McFarlane sitting right there. I'm playing, you know, we just jamming. Meeting there, we going to different places, Minnesota, Oklahoma, we playing. He said, man, Buddy got his own thing. Next thing I know, I looked up on, saw television, and he was getting the award. I said, what are you doing up there? He said, I told you he got his own thing.
See?
You know, so I respected him a lot.
Oh, wow. See, I think, like I said, I just think that's fantastic. Everything that, not only that you have done and that you are doing, but what you're even going to do.
Right.
And the most fantastic thing is because you've done, because, I mean, you've been a teacher and all of the wonderful things that Albert was saying you've done. You've worn so many hats, which is really cool.
He's helped so many.
And and that's a big thing.
Yeah, one more thing.
Oh, definitely.
I went to Africa.
Ooh.
Botswana, Harare, Victory Fall, all over there. And I was in my room in Harare. And in Africa, when you're in the city, it's like you in Chicago. You got the big buildings. Stuff. So, you know, I'm in my room. They only have one station. And so I'm sitting there watching. And they had,
To the one station.
yeah, one
Go
station.
ahead.
They had a program that came on. It was like American Bandstand.
Uh-huh.
So I'm just sitting there, well, let me see what I ain't doing nothing. Want my time
Yeah,
off.
yeah.
So I'm sitting there in my room, put it on, and they said the #1 band in Kingdom was the Conway brothers.
Okay.
So, you know, it caught my eyes. Wait a minute. I went to school with the Conway brothers. What's going on? You know, let's check it out.
What lunch was y'all eating? Because I came in from the school.
They showed the album. I know every one of them.
Wow.
I said, wait a minute. How they get over here, get, you know, Conway brothers?
Yeah.
Next thing I know, as soon as I got back to the state, I got in touch with a Walker, who was the drummer. And we went to school together. Me and him and Bernie Mac went to school with him. But we went in there, they still in the project. I said, oh, wow, do you know you are as hot in what they call the kingdom over there as the Jackson 5 is over in the United States?
Wow.
So your group is just that hot. Y'all number one.
Wow.
So somehow they found somebody, because after that, about a month later, everybody had a brand new house out here in South Harlem.
That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about.
After they came out with my tables.
Right.
You hadn't seen them, they would never would have known.
Yeah.
Yep.
And it was a freak accident, you know. Who would have known somebody that they know is up there in Africa?
Yeah, and that's fantastic.
You never know things.
Because
like
they
that.
would, because that would have been going on, and they never would have had any idea.
And we had no idea. And they've been getting, the person who put it out there been getting rich.
Exactly.
And
Exactly.
overseas, they have stuff just like that.
Yeah, you know what? And I have been reading a little bit about that, and people telling them how to track their things, because there are people that they have no idea. Maybe they weren't big in the States, and in some other country they are ginormous, and they have no idea, and they aren't receiving any of the royalties from it.
That's right.
Yeah.
You see, when they get it published, they must go to SALC, which is the overseas publishing company. So you must get, just because you get BMI and ASCAP, that's good, but you got to get SALC too.
Okay.
You know, but a lot of them, you know, because you have people here buying songs, buying masters from people and taking over to Germany and selling them.
Wow.
And so they give you $50 for it, then they go there, they make big money.
And people
Why
don't, and they don't,
$50?
and they don't realize that they're missing out and losing money.
Well, you know, if their record been sitting on the shelf for, 10, 15 years, it ain't doing nothing, then the guy come and say, hey, I will buy your master for $50.
He said, "Hey, that's
And you
50,000
start thinking-
before, yeah."
Yeah, I ain't doing nothing with it here.
Oh, that has to hurt. Oh, yeah.
Where's
Yeah.
it going?
Yeah, but see, if you
After you sell it, it's
That's
that's
it.
it. It's
Yeah.
over. You know, you're just really, really hurting when
What's
you
the
realize.
I mean, like, what would've been
Babyface?
like-
Yeah.
Babyface had, I can't even think of the name of the record, but he came to the studio on 69th in Peoria. And we had two young ladies that was twins.
Oh.
Okay, they was writers.
Uh-huh.
He came down there and bought one of the tunes from them.
Oh, wow. Oh,
He paid about $50,000 for it, but he bought one tune for them. And they said, sure, we can write another tune. Go ahead, you know. And it came to be a big hit, but they wouldn't get nothing else from it.
exactly.
Like,
Can you
like-
mention that? Do you mention the name of the song? Do you know?
I can't think of it. He did it down in the studio.
Okay.
But no, if I
Wow.
walked up to Albert say, and I heard his song, like let's just say Albert put a song out, and I said, you know what, I want to put $50,000 in that song. Wouldn't that spark an Albert to say, maybe this is gold, and I
Not
don't
when you
know it?
broke.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And see, that's what
Not
it
when
comes
you're
down
broke.
to. Not when you're broke, and you look at that and you see, okay, $50,000.
When you're down and
yeah, when
out.
I'm down and out, as opposed to not having anything. You know, it was kind of like what I always said about Milli Vanilli with that. You know, you're telling people that are impoverished, okay, you got the look. Even if you can sing, we don't care because we want you to lip sync this. You're coming from nothing, and they're promising you this. That's why I always said they never should have gone down for it. Everybody else that you know said okay, because they were in the know. Everybody else that did that, they should have gone down for that, because these guys would come. You're telling me that I can, basically in the blink of an eye, I can go from having nothing, being impoverished, being on the street, to having my dreams come true, my wildest dreams come true, and getting out of that. Yeah, you're gonna go, sure.
Yeah, sure. But like, if I write this 3-note melody and all of a sudden Beyonce's limo pulls up and Beyonce gets out and talking about, I want to buy this, then I'm like, wait, there's something that sparks something
It's
in
not
her.
done that
Yeah.
way.
I mean, it's not done
Plus,
that way.
you taking the risk
Yeah, exactly.
Take
that
this.
Yes.
if you say okay, well, yeah, maybe somebody else will pay more money for it, so you turn it down.
Yeah.
And you go out there to try to get somebody else, and everybody else doesn't have the
Oh,
yeah.
vision that
True.
Beyonce made.
Yeah, I would never turn down $50,000. Let me let you know that now.
And then they go back and they say,
Yeah.
Beyonce, well, you did offer me money for this. I decided I want to get a deal. And she says, who are you?
Yeah, exactly. Well, unless you're
What
like,
was your song?
well, like unless you're like Dolly Parton, when Elvis wanted to record, well, she wanted to record "I Will Always Love You," but he didn't want her to give up her rights, but he did want to have his name on the song. And like she said, this is a very personal song to me. This was essentially a musical resignation letter. And she said she regretted him not singing it, but she never regretted not letting him have his name on it, because that song has gone big in pop, it's gone big in soul, it's gone big in country, all of this stuff. And so, but she happened to be in the position where she could say, no. Now maybe if she was a starving artist or whatever, and he said, you can still have, your name and the rights to the song, but I want partial rights. I want my name. She probably would have thought twice, but she at that point was at a place where she could say no,
Back in the day, I think you would know about that, Bob. A lot of the musicians, certain producers, no matter what they did, you wrote the song, you played the song, but don't forget that I want my name on that. If I was writing it. They didn't have to play nothing. They did something to help write the song. It was
Let me show you
Yeah.
how that works basically.
Thank you.
What happens if you write a song? Now I'm gonna produce it.
Okay.
Okay, we done got to produce, but now I got to put a string line on it so it can say I'm the arranger.
Right.
Yeah.
What's
Yes.
up?
Yes.
One string line. Okay, good. I'm an arranger. So now I get percentage. I get money for that. So
Yeah.
it's like if you get $1,000, guess what? I'm getting close to 1,000 too.
Yeah.
Right.
Just for writing that one piece and
What-
it's your song.
Well, I often think about the song from Arthur.
Change.
Yeah, remember the movie Arthur, the original with Dudley Moore, and the song, If You Get Caught
That's like
Between the
the
Moon and New
soundtrack,
York
go ahead.
City.
Yeah.
But If You Get Caught Between the Moon and New York City, the guy that came up with just the line, If You Get Caught Between the Moon and New York City, got a Grammy, and I think it won an Oscar. He got the same thing as everybody else that did it for that one line. So yeah, that kind of stuff happens. Yeah, or if you put in the, I put in the word the.
I want my $500 check. Thank you. I put the
And you
there.
get royalties.
Exactly,
And royalties.
and royalties. So I mean, it's really fascinating, but that is the truth. But that's what somebody said. If you sing a song, and say if somebody's writing a song and they want you to sing it, but they're in the midst of writing it, try to get a the or an a or some kind of line in there, like you were saying, so that like I think about Gloria Gaynor with "I Will Survive," and I didn't know she didn't write it, and I'm like, oh my goodness, if she had written it, just put in I, what that would even in royalties garnered her,
Yes.
because the music business is absolutely fascinating. Yeah.
Have me over here like an evil
And
scientist, like
Majority of the
syllables.
You should buy your master.
Okay.
Control your master. A lot of people, when they went into the studio, they couldn't afford the master. They only got a piece of it. Just they rented it.
Yeah.
So the masters during those times was like $300-$400 for a master.
Okay.
So when you walk in, it's costing you $120 an hour to record. So you only got about $200 in your pocket in the first place. So you can't buy the master.
Yeah.
So the master still stays the property of the studio, where he can take that master and he can sell it.
And that's why Ray Charles did what he did. And I think, would you agree with me that he kind of set a precedent when he did that, and people going, that's what I need to do. So, because I remember watching the movie and stuff, and I was like, that is absolutely brilliant. And, Stevie Wonder owning his masters and all that stuff.
Right.
And especially the brilliant music, that both of them, that Ray Charles had done and that Stevie Wonder has done, that would have been just devastating if they didn't own it with what other people could have done with it.
See, I have close to about 4,000 masters.
Wow.
And I'm not gonna sell neither one of them. Now I give it to the parents of the person that some of them have passed already. The master's still down there.
Yeah.
I will not use them.
I love
You know,
that.
I said that's not, even though I did the music,
Yeah.
but it wasn't my idea.
Integrity. See?
See, when somebody come to me and they want me to work with them on the song, I say, well, I got to get a buy from you. Say what you want. Then I just put it together like you planned it, but I'm putting your ideas down. You know, that's your music, that ain't my music.
See, I like that. I like that.
Yeah,
You
show
know,
music.
because there are people, from recording artists from the 50s and 60s and stuff that are still in lawsuits trying to get,
Yes.
because they would buy.
A lot of
Yeah.
There's a lot of them doing that, trying to get their money.
So anybody that's out there that's an aspiring producer, be careful. Like,
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
So for the benefit of those that, are starting up or something like that, would you describe what you mean by buying the masters?
When you go and you record, okay, a lot of times depends on what kind of studio they have. If they got one just on the computer. Well, they have the master that go on the computer that you can say, I want all my WAV files. So now you got the control of the WAV files because you got them in your hand. But now if you don't say nothing about the WAV files, well, it's still on the studio.
Okay.
Yeah. And then if you go to court, you can say, well, what did you have? He said, okay, well, I got the record. Do you have the files? I said, nope, I don't have the files, but that ain't yours.
Ah, okay.
Now, the only thing that will protect you if you copyright it. the right
Definitely,
way.
yeah.
See, send it to the Library of Congress, pay that money, that'll help you. But the permanent copyright ain't gonna do nothing for you
Really?
if you get in that situation like that.
Oh, you get in a situation like that. I got you. Okay. Oh, wow.
So you want to ask for your WAV files on the computer thing now. If you're doing it on tape, you want to ask for the masters
Okay.
and pay for the masters.
Okay. So we see the benefits. So if you're deciding that you want to go into a studio and record, save your money so you can buy your masters.
See, like nowadays they're much cheaper, so it's not
Yeah.
$300. Those are 2 inch tapes.
Yeah, because I actually have one of my masters for a song I did way back when.
wait,
See.
Most studios now they have them in their homes and they don't have all that type of equipment.
Yeah.
I have all the equipment because I always started, and so they might be in the garage somewhere. But I have all the equipment and all the machines. But you just have. Because I had a young man ask me, said he needed to get a master done, and he needed a 2-track master. I said, I got 2 of them. So all I had to do was hook them up.
Uh-huh.
So he came over with his master, and I hooked him up, and I made him a copy, plus I made him a DVD of it. So he was happy. He said, I've been looking all over for this. Well, I kept the machines just for that.
Oh, wow.
You need some 2-inch work, I got that. Just got to hook it up.
See.
Yeah.
Oh, that is fantastic. Well, it has been awesome talking to you, and we have to have you back. You're one of my favorite guests, so we have to have you back.
They said we'll be here, like,
Exactly.
Yeah, I just trust you.
Yeah, and I know that's why I said we have to
That
have
was
you
just
back, and
the
you just touched it.
surface.
That was just, but
So
you know.
listen in for our next one.
Exactly. Well, at the end of every interview segment, we ask each guest what seed of wisdom or advice would you plant for those that are listening.
Touch somebody.
Touch them. Oh, that is so perfect.
There we go.
That is
There we
wonderful.
go. So, well, thank you guys for listening, and thank you, Bob Murphy.
Yeah.
I mean, though, as musicians in the room, we've had other people, but gosh, that was like right here, like at home base. So I've learned a lot. So and I'm sure everybody has taken something from this, and hopefully our listeners have as well. Anybody that is an aspired artist, who is a musician, who's a producer, who's working backstage or whatnot. So, but thank you once again, and
He's a good cook too.
really.
Ooh.
Okay, so episode part 3 is coming.
Yeah. And when we throw because when we have our Christmas episode, we need to invite you to
We
bring
have so many
food.
cooks. I mean,
Yeah.
oh my God, we have
We gotta have fun.
we gotta
This is
wrap-
gonna be fun.
Oh my
It's
God,
gonna
guys,
be
we gotta
great.
wrap this up. So anyway, so thank you once again, and we'll definitely for our listeners, we'll see you next episode. Thank you, Bob Murphy.
And remember, plant a seed and watch it grow.